Good old San Francisco, the counterculture capital of the world, is in the middle of a pretty drastic makeover.
What would you say you took away from really digging deep into the problem of gentrification?
One of the techies that wouldn't talk to me on camera said, we're having our Midnight in Paris moment here. And it feels like that. It feels like the tech companies are having their Midnight in Paris moment. They're the disruptors. They're on the cover of Vanity Fair. The power in America has shifted to the West Coast, and that happens to be my hometown. So it was sort of a perfect storm of a place to tell the story about what's happening in the new American economy.
I think we're rapidly becoming something like Venezuela, where there's a very small, ultra-rich class, and everybody else is poor, and the middle class is shrinking.
Part of me thinks, great, there's progress, this is wonderful, people are doing well. And then you have all these folks being displaced. I mean, is this just the larger conversation we need to have is about capitalism?
I feel like the media wants to oversimplify it. You can't simplify it and say, tech is good, or tech is destroying this community. It's a very complicated conversation about building affordable housing and being able to ensure that the middle class can afford to stay inside the city.
What's at stake if the rents continue to skyrocket, if the people in these communities continue to get displaced?
Our cities are going to become these all-white rich capitals where only the happy few can live. San Francisco's not flying its freak flag anymore. It's becoming the land of the tech bro.
Maybe it's not their fault, but do you think that tech entrepreneurs are doing enough to contribute to the culture?
It's not their fault. You can't blame the tech companies for homelessness in San Francisco, obviously. That's oversimplifying it. The question is, what responsibility do they see to the community? It's a good thing that San Francisco is reinventing itself, but we just want to make sure that some don't get left behind.
Did you have trouble getting tech folks to come on and talk to you? And if so, why do you think that is?
I didn't have any luck getting through to sort of the top of the big name companies, and that was sort of disheartening. It's hard to make a real honest portrait of what's going on if the whole community doesn't want to talk. They're doing great things. We all love our iPhones, but at the same time, there are a lot of people who were born and raised for generations in San Francisco that can no longer afford to live there.
Are the locals benefiting at all from the massive amount of success the city is having?
Absolutely. All that money is great for the city. We haven't seen evidence of it yet. But over time, they'll start to see that their schools are getting better, their roads are getting repaved, all the good that comes out of gentrification. I feel like we're at a turning point where we've been so impressed by all the new technology and we're so grateful for it. Like, oh, I got Uber, I got a ride home. Look, I can order my food from my press of the button. And now there's a question of, oh, but wait, is there some dark side to all this progress? It's helping us, but is it also hurting us in some ways?
For those of us who haven't seen San Francisco 2.0, where can we find it?
There's a nice, beautiful irony. You should watch my movie on HBO Go or HBO On Demand. So grab your tech device.
Yeah, right? We can watch
sure
it at any time, anywhere, because that's just the way things are right now.